I've been getting hit up by everyone asking me about this DeSean Jackson post, and I wanted to take some time before I responded because it's a complicated issue and I wanted to be thoughtful. I wrote down some of my thinking. I've seen DeSean play in his career, make outstanding football plays. We've communicated over social media. I've got nothing but respect for his game. I know he said some ugly things, but I do see an opportunity to have a conversation. I'm proud of my Jewish heritage, and for me it's not just about religion. It's about community and culture as well. I'm unusual because I didn't identify as Jewish until later in my life. Whenever I encountered hatred, it never really felt like it was aimed at me. It was only after I was part of this community that I learned how destructive hate is. Anti-Semitism is one of the oldest forms of hatred. It's rooted in ignorance and fear. I remember experiencing a little bit of this hate in 2011 when I was called a kike on the football field. There's no room for anti-Semitism in this world. Even though we're talking about anti-Semitism, I don't want to distract from how important the Black Lives Matter movement is and how we need to stay behind it. I think the Black and Jewish communities have a lot of similarities. One unfortunate similarity is that they are both attacked by the ignorant and the hateful. It's really hard to see the challenges a community can face when you're not part of it. So what we need to do is we need to listen, we need to learn, we need to act. We need to have those uncomfortable conversations if we're going to have real change. So to that end, DeSean, let's do a deal. How about we go to DC and I take you to the Holocaust Museum, and then you take me to the Museum of African American History and Culture. Afterwards, we grab some burgers and we have those uncomfortable conversations.
What's going on? I've been getting a lot of backlash and feedback from an Instagram post that I put on my Instagram story. I just want to, first off, extend an apology on the behalf of me and what I stand for, because I'm one that's fair, and I never want to put any race down or any people down. And my post was definitely not intended for anybody of any race to feel any type of way, especially the Jewish community. When I posted what I posted, I definitely didn't mean it to the extent that you guys took it, and I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm, very apologetic, and I just want you guys to understand that it never was intended to be, to put any race down or any religion down. I post things on my story all the time, and I just probably should have never posted anything that Hitler did, because Hitler was a bad person, and I know that. And I was just trying to uplift African Americans and slavery, and just enlighten my people. So on behalf of myself, I just want to let you guys know I apologize. I didn't intend any harm or any hatred towards any people. I'm for one, I'm for love, and I extend it every day. People that know me know I have no hatred in my heart, and I never try to put another religion down to uplift my religion or my race. So from the bottom of my heart, I just want you guys to understand that, and it's coming from me and my feelings, and I just hopefully everybody respects my platform, my opinion, to try to just enlighten my people, and just let everybody know that there's no hatred involved. So I hope you guys understand.
What's going on, everybody? Spunky 991 coming you guys from another video. Now, originally, I was planning not to say anything on this whole DeSean Jackson situation. I was going to stay out of it, with the cost of making videos on it. You guys know on this channel, man, I keep this strictly about the Philadelphia Eagles. I do not get into the whole politics, social justice, or, very controversial issues. I keep this channel strictly about the Philadelphia Eagles. I try to stay out of all that divisive stuff on this channel. But with this having to do with a Philadelphia Eagles player, it had me really debating, whether I was going to make a video on this, especially after the Eagles came out today and they fined DeSean Jackson, and they released a statement on, their decision to, you know, to find DeSean Jackson. So with this being a Philadelphia Eagles player that was in the news, you know, it really did have me debating. Originally, I was not gonna make a video on it, but with this development coming out today, you know, I was definitely debating, and ultimately, obviously, I decided I was gonna talk about it a little bit. But for those of you who don't know, which I'm sure very few of you at this point, most of you probably know, DeSean Jackson posted some comments on his social media the other day. They were perceived as being very offensive and anti-Semitic. I know one of the posts that he posted was a quote from the minister Louis Farrakhan. For those of you who don't know who Louis Farrakhan is, he is the head of the Nation of Islam. He has been known to be very controversial, and he's been known to say some very anti-Semitic things in the past. So yeah, DeSean Jackson posted this stuff on his social media the other day, and a lot of people perceived it as anti-Semitic, and a lot of people really lost their minds. They lost their minds. There was people that were saying that they would not support the Philadelphia Eagles if they continue to keep DeSean Jackson on his team. Like, it was absolutely just going crazy, man. Like, absolutely insane. I'm gonna read to you guys the statement that the Philadelphia Eagles released today after they decided to find DeSean Jackson. I'm also gonna read to you guys what Patriots wide receiver Julian Edelman added today on his social media about DeSean Jackson. You guys saw the video that at the very beginning of this video that I put up. I'm also gonna read to you guys what DeSean Jackson had to say. As you guys saw the second video I put up, that he apologized for it, but he said a few more things. He added a few more things. So I'm gonna start off by reading the statement, of course, and then yeah, I'm gonna start reading the statement, and I'm gonna read to you guys what they said, and of course I'm gonna give you my personal thoughts on this. So with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on what the I'm gonna go ahead and read the statement that the Philadelphia Eagles released. This is what the Eagles had to say. This has been a difficult and emotional week for our community and organization. The Philadelphia Eagles do not tolerate hate towards any individual or group. We believe in respect and equality for all races, ethnicities, and faiths. We as an organization want to help be an instrument for positive change. This can only occur through strong, deliberate actions and commitment to learn and grow. We have had a number of constructive conversations over the last few days, not only with DeSean Jackson, but also with many other players, members of the organization, and leaders in the community. This has led us to the point where we and he are ready to take the next steps. Today, we have penalized DeSean for conduct detrimental to the team. He accepted these consequences and apologized. In our many conversations with him, it has also been made clear that this is only the beginning. We have discussed a concrete plan for how we and he can heal moving forward. He understands that in order to remain on the team, he must also commit to supporting his words with actions. We have been encouraged by his desire to educate himself, but we all understand that there is still a lot of work to be done. We will continue to assist DeSean in this process, and we also know that all of us in our organization need to listen and learn more about things that are unfamiliar or uncomfortable to us. The Eagles ended the statement by saying that we must continue to fight against anti-Semitism and all forms of discrimination, while not losing sight of the important battle against systemic racism. New England Patriots wide receiver Julian Edelman, who invited, DeSean Jackson to go to a Holocaust museum with him, and he would in the States go to African American History Museum in Washington D.C. Julian Edelman spoke. He posted this on his social media account earlier today. Julian Edelman said that DeSean and I spoke for a while last night. We're making plans to use our experience to educate one another and grow together. Stay tuned. So that was New England Patriots wide receiver Julian Edelman. Here's what DeSean Jackson posted today on his social media. He said that today I had the opportunity to speak with 94-year-old Holocaust survivor, Mr. Edward Mosberg. Thank you, Mr. Mosberg, for your valuable time and insight today. I'm taking the time to continue with educating myself. So yeah, that was what DeSean Jackson said on his social media. So yeah, like I said, DeSean Jackson posted this stuff the other day, and people absolutely lost their minds over it. When it comes to Jackson, man, you gotta be careful what you say on social media, man, because anything you say and do on social media can come back and bite you in the butt at the end. It truly can. And right now, he literally is, he literally is fighting for his career with the Eagles, at least with the Eagles, possibly the whole NFL. So, yeah, he posted some stuff that, you know, a lot of people perceived as anti-Semitic, and they absolutely, you know, they absolutely lost their minds over it. So, you know, yeah, you gotta be careful what you say out here today, man, because we live in a world now where, you can't say certain things without people getting offended about it, without people taking it to be more than what it was. Personally, this is my personal opinion. I don't think DeSean Jackson meant it to be offensive. I don't think he was trying to be offensive to Jewish people. I don't think that you know, he was trying to offend anybody. But I could definitely understand why people would be offended by it. I could definitely understand why they were trying to be anti-Semitic. I definitely understand that. You know, this is a very you know, this is a subject that's very touchy, very controversial. Because, you know, just, you know, Jewish people have faced, just like African Americans, you know, we face a lot of discrimination in our lives. We've dealt with a lot of, you know, we've had to deal with a lot of things in our lives, you know. The Jewish people, of course, dealing with the Holocaust, you know. So, yeah, you got to be extremely careful what you say and post on social media, because anything you say on social media is public known. You know, people can go in there and they can see what you say, and it could literally cost you your job. So, I don't think DeSean Jackson is prejudiced towards Jewish people. I think he posted a comment that he should not have posted, and I think that people, you know, they were obviously offended by it, and I think it was blown out of proportion in certain ways. Now, I don't know if there's any Jewish people who watch my videos, but I'm definitely very curious to see what you guys think in the comment section. And I'm glad that DeSean Jackson is, you know, he is making the efforts, you know, he is taking the efforts to try to learn more about the Jewish culture, the Jewish people. And he's actually having a conversation with, he's actually having a conversation with a 94-year-old Holocaust survivor. So at least he is taking a step in the right direction, and he apologized for his statement, and he's trying to show that he truly is sorry for his statement. Now, as for the Julian Edelman, proposal and stuff, Julian Edelman, although I cannot stand the New England Patriots, Julian Edelman, very, very classy thing for him to say, and I think that was a very, very classy gesture by Julian Edelman. I can't stand the New England Patriots, but I've always respected Julian Edelman. I've always loved his game. You know, the guy is absolutely a baller on the field, and the respect that he showed for DeSean Jackson, his game. You know, just very, very classy. You know, very classy response by Julian Edelman, and I'm glad DeSean Jackson apologized for this, and hopefully he learned from it, and he understands that you can't go on social media just saying, you know, just posting anything, because even though that's your personal private account, it can be seen by everybody, and like I said, ultimately, what you say and do on there could definitely come back and hunt you at the end. So. Hopefully Jackson learns from this situation, and hopefully with time people forgive him, because I know there were some Eagle fans who were saying that they will never support the Eagles again if they kept DeSean Jackson on the roster. But a lot of these same people were saying this also when the Eagles signed Michael Vick back in 2009. You know, a lot of people were mad about the dog fighting, and you still got people today that are still mad at Michael Vick for the whole dog fighting. Now, I'm not comparing that to DeSean Jackson or anything like that, but what I'm saying is, you know, you have some fans that, who said they would not support the Eagles because of Michael Vick being on the roster, and a lot of those same people are saying the same thing about DeSean Jackson. So I think with time, you know, time will heal the wounds. And I think eventually people will be able to forgive Jackson, as long as he's sincere with his apology and actually putting his, putting his words to action. You know, because actions speak louder than words. So I don't believe that he's prejudiced against Jewish people. I think it was, I think it was in a way kind of blown out of proportion. I think it was, but I could definitely understand why people were offended by it. Why it got a rise out of people. I could definitely understand that. But the most important thing is, Jackson, I just hope they learn from the situation. I don't really, I wasn't expecting to say anything about this because, like I said earlier, I keep the politics, social justice, all that controversial, divisive stuff, I keep it off my channel. So for me, even coming on here, talking about this a little bit is a little bit of a stretch. It's a little bit further out of my comfort level because I try to keep this channel strictly about sports in general. So yeah, man. I just like I said, man. I just hope that Jackson learned from the situation. He knows that he can no longer, that you can't just say whatever you want on social media and not expect to see a backlash from it. So I hope he learned from this, man. I hope he takes Julian Edelman on his offer. I would love to see those guys definitely learn from one another, man, and maybe share some pictures of their meeting, whatever. Like I said, I can't stand New England, but very, very classy of what Julian Edelman said. Very, very classy gesture by Julian Edelman. So I give Julian Edelman his props for that. And yeah, Jackson, just be careful in the future for what you say, man, because what you say and what you do can come back and haunt you. So hopefully we can put this behind us and we can focus on the upcoming season, because that's really what I want to be focused on, is the upcoming season. We got training camp coming up in the next couple weeks. And yeah, I'm very excited about this upcoming season. I'm absolutely crossing my fingers that we have a season with this whole coronavirus. I'm crossing my fingers really badly. But yeah, man, I hope people are able to forgive DeSean Jackson. Any Jewish people that watch my channel, just let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'm just ready to put this behind us. DeSean Jackson, I'm glad he's taking the steps that he needs to take to show that he truly is apologetic. And yeah, man, I don't want to see this guy lose his job, his career over this comment. So glad that he is taking the steps. He's taking the warning by the Eagles very, very seriously. So yeah. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. That's really all I have to say about this. I was like I said, I was not planning to say anything about it, but after the Eagles came out today and they pretty much made it very clear, if he does not put actions to words, that his career in Philadelphia is over. So he understands that, but I hope that he truly understands how much deeper this situation is and how you gotta learn from this situation. And I do believe that DeSean Jackson will learn from the situation, and he will become a better man because of the situation. Like I said earlier, I don't believe that DeSean Jackson is a bigot towards Jewish people. I just think that he posted some comments that he didn't realize how how much they can hurt people and how much they can offend people. I just think he wasn't thinking clearly at that moment when he posted this stuff. So hopefully now he learned from it, and we can move forward and focus on the Eagles 2020 season. But anyway, man, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. As always, go Birds. Spunky Nice 91 is out of here. Flag will fly. Peace.